Principal Secretary, Industries, Commerce and ITBT, Government of Telangana. Let's welcome with a magnanimous round of applause. We also welcome Mr. Kalyan Krishnamurthy Garu, Chief Executive Officer, Flipkart Group. Let's welcome him with a huge round of applause, everybody. We also have with us Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, Chief Corporate Affairs Officer, Flipkart Group. We also welcome you, sir. And also welcome to Mr. Hemant Badri, Group Head of Supply Chain and Customer Service, Flipkart Group. Let's welcome him as well. All right, to start the proceedings of this event, I'd like to request Mr. Kalyan Krishnamurthy to felicitate our Chief Guest, Honorable Minister. All right. Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to take this experience forward. I'd like to invite Mr. Neil Castellino, Senior Director, Corporate Affairs and Government Relations South, to render the opening speech. Let's welcome him forward.
Honorable Minister KTR Garu sir, Jayesh Ranjan sir, dignitaries on the dais, members from reputed associations, government officials, media, building startup entrepreneurs, and other invitees, a warm welcome to everyone. I was actually told that 9:30 I'll have a challenge, but I see Hyderabad and Telangana beats all cities in terms of timing. So kudos to all of you for being here on a overcast morning. It's really heartening to come to Telangana, the city of lakes and pearls today, and we have gathered for this special momentous occasion of opening of the Sangareddy facility. Telangana State and Flipkart have been partners in progress from the beginning, and we are proud to have you witness the launch of our facility. It is one of the largest warehouses in Telangana, and it's going to create a very big visible impact and an enabling ecosystem for sellers, entrepreneurs, artisans, MSMEs from the state. Honorable Minister, would like to thank you wholeheartedly, sir, in giving your time despite your busy schedule. I would also like to thank Jayesh Ranjan Saab for his special efforts. In fact, from this day wouldn't have been possible without his support. We've had a lot of irritants in the project phase, if it was licensing permits or labor-related issues. I think sir has come in a long way supporting us, and we really thank the Telangana state government. In fact, I'm proud to say that this is one state where the ease of doing business on ranking actually corresponds on ground also. So a big round of applause for that. I'd like to thank Kalyan for your presence, sir. Team, apart from this, I think I would like to highlight just a couple of areas where we've been working, and Flipkart is deeply committed to the state. We worked in a pilot with delivering medicines from the sky jointly with the state government of Telangana and the DPIIT. Flipkart also last year signed an MOU on the FPO sourcing for staples in the state. And right now our grocery stands at close to 5% where we're sourcing. So we have the SERP team over here. I think they have in the RDPR department. They played a very important role, and it gives a lot of livelihood to thousands of farmers in the state. That's a very important partnership. Apart from this, we work on creating market access with artisans, weavers, and communities. And we have multiple partnerships with Tesco, Golconda, SERP, Narayanpet, V-Hub, and many other state government cooperatives. Flipkart is also currently engaging with T-Hub. I see MSR out here. In emerging technologies like AI, deep tech, warehouse, automation, robotics through Flipkart Leap Ahead and Flynn. So as we enhance our facilities in Telangana, I think skilling is going to become an important aspect. We are even working with TASK in terms of creating a center of excellence model for warehousing and delivery executives. So I'll request you all to be patient for the next probably 45 minutes to an hour and witness the proceedings. We look forward for this launch. Thank you. Welcome everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Neil. Ladies and gentlemen, moving forward, I now request Mr. Hemant Badri, Group Head of Supply Chains and Customer Experience, Flipkart Group, to give us a deeper insight into e-cart's operations and the plan for the Sangareddy facility. Let's welcome him forward with a huge round of applause. Everybody come.
Thank you and good morning. It's a privilege to represent Flipkart Group, which is the largest e-commerce marketplace, to create a difference to all the stakeholders. My heartfelt thanks to Honorable Minister for IT, Industries, Commerce, Municipal Administration, Urban Development, Government of Telangana, Sri KTR, Principal Secretary, Industries, Commerce, ITBT, Government of Telangana, Mr. Jayesh Ranjan sir. I want to extend my thanks and entire Flipkart leadership, all the media folks and my colleagues. If you look at India e-commerce is a growing story. You could look at out of 3 purchases, we see it from tier 2, tier 3, and Flipkart has played a bigger role in the shopping. This is the experience, and it also helps all the stakeholders to unlock the value. What is, when you talk about e-commerce, supply chain becomes a backbone, and we are a technology-enabled company which is for India, built by Indians. Yeah, if you talk about, we have few lakh sellers. We help them seller to discover the product, help them to reach to the market, and supply chain becomes a key role. We need fulfillment center wherein we have different technology processes made for India. You look at last miles center wherein we have a lot of gig workforce. We partner with Kirana ecosystem to create a value. If you talk about Flipkart supply chain, okay, it's completely technology enabled. It helps to connect 500,000 sellers through a different sort center technology, processing technology. We use extensive technology and innovation, whether it is geo-tagging, address intelligence. That makes a very, very huge difference and makes the work easier for all the workforce working across the facility. We deliver 4.5 million kind of shipments a day. If you look at, these are some of the innovations and automation. This is made in India for India, and that's a role we find it very, very differentiated. We work on a philosophy that we minimize efforts of people and help unlock this. This you would see some of the technology even in Sangareddy facility which will unlock. If you talk about, we have 2.5 lakh people working with us directly, indirectly, and creating an impact. So we focus on working with small teams and including the Kirana ecosystem. We have 100, closer to 2 lakh Kirana register with us. During their lean time, they work to deliver in their local society, which they know they are very, very nuanced understanding of that business. One of the program which we want to highlight is the Kirana program, which helps Kirana partners to work with us to get delivery. We help them to enhance their earning and help them to unlock. We also work on digital skilling. We have a skilling program wherein we help people to learn e-commerce, kind of a picking, fulfillment processes, last mile delivery processes to create a value. If you just talk about key national-wide program, Neil mentioned about working with farmer, with Flipkart Samarth, wherein we really look at partnering, helping them to reach to a marketplace, building their capability. We talked about Kirana program, wherein we work with 2 lakh Kirana people. We also have a supply chain academy wherein we skill closer to 10,000 people. Part of them get consumed in our operation or in the entire ecosystem. We talked about Flipkart Leap, which is about innovation in technology. Those are the key facilities. Today, if you look at our footprint in Telangana, and we are really proud, we have a grocery fulfillment center which helps to deliver grocery to home. We have a small parcel supply chain which helps you to deliver from mobile to everything. We have 2 large fulfillment center for that. When we talk about today's Sangareddy factory facility, which is 400,000 square feet, which is 13.5 meter high, built specifically to handle all the white goods, refrigerator, washing machine, television, and get it delivered same day in the state. Those are the uniqueness we look at it, and we are looking forward for this, kind of auspicious and one of the largest facility inauguration. And I once again thank you for joining us for this event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hemant, and all the best for the team, for all that lies ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to invite forward Mr. Kalyan Krishnamurthy, CEO of Flipkart Group, to address the gathering. Let's welcome him by putting hands together, everybody.
Honorable Minister of IT, ENC, MA and UD, and Industries and Commerce Departments of Telangana, Government Shri KT Ramarao, Secretary Jayesh Ranjan ji, other officials from the state, my colleagues at Flipkart, here and back there, and all the friends from the media. Thank you so much for taking time this morning from your busy schedule for this event. We are really pleased with the growth of our investment and business here in Telangana. This facility in Sangareddy, which you just saw, is the largest facility in the state of Telangana. It will create thousands of new livelihood opportunities and help small businesses in the state access digital markets across India. Telangana has been at the forefront of technology and industrial growth, and we have made significant investments contributing to the state's overall growth in line with the vision of state leadership. We are immensely proud of our long and deep association with Telangana, which has been built on mutual trust, collaboration, appreciation, and understanding. Our presence in the state has grown manifold. Today we have 6 fulfillment centers and sorting centers in the state, close to 100 distribution centers, more than 14,000 sellers in the state, collectively contributing to more than 40,000 direct and indirect employment opportunities in Telangana. We also have a state-of-the-art data center here in Hyderabad. We are excited to see the progress here. I once again thank Minister KTR Garu for his leadership and support. We will continue to deepen this partnership in the years to come. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kalyan. Ladies and gentlemen, మనమందరము ఎదురు చూసే ఘట్టం ఆసనమైంది. Officially Sangareddy facility virtual launch చేసే సమయం ఆసనమైంది. It's my proud privilege to now invite our Chief Guest Shri KT Ramarao Garu, Honorable Minister, to kindly step forward to virtually launch the Sangareddy facility now. Ladies and gentlemen, stands launched. The Flipkart's Fulfillment Center in Sangareddy, Telangana. Let's give it up. To the team joining us virtually from the Sangareddy facility, this is a big moment for all of you. Congratulations and all the best, everybody. Can we have a round of applause once again and commemorate this launch? All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I request KTR Garu to kindly step forward and share his thoughts. Let's welcome him, everybody, with a huge round of applause.
Good morning to all of you. Andariki Namaskaram. Principal Secretary, Industries and Commerce, Shri Jayesh Ranjan Garu. my Special Secretary of Investment Promotions, Dr. Vishnuvardhan Reddy Garu, Kalyan Krishnamurthy Garu, the CEO of Flipkart, Rajneesh, Hemant, to all the distinguished dignitaries who are assembled here. I welcome you all to this event. Couple of quick things. We all know technology is literally permeating into every sphere of business, every sphere of life. I think there is no one sector which remains immune. And today we live in a very interesting world. I was just checking with Kalyan to make sure whatever I was saying is accurate. We live in a world where the largest bookseller, the largest FMCG goods seller, even the largest fashion goods seller actually does not own a single brick and mortar store. There's no physical store per se. The largest transporter does not own a single vehicle. And the list goes on. I mean, e-commerce is literally redefined how we think, how we actually work, and how we kind of conduct ourselves in a day-to-day life. I was just also sharing with Kalyan, each and every day, my wife and my daughter, they order something online and I see boxes coming in, rolling in. So I keep checking with them, what did you order now? So they'll say, some fashion item or some electronics item or something else. So it's interesting how India has really adopted to selling and buying everything online, including groceries, including fashion goods, including electronics, including, I think, even big ticket items. And there was a time when people used to say that Indians are a very touchy-feely country and they have to touch and feel and only then they'll buy. But I think Indian women, kudos to them. I think they have certainly rediscovered the Midas touch and ensured that FMCG and fashion also have now become super popular in terms of how quickly they've adopted. Flipkart is a great story in terms of how they've really taken over the market and how today they've become the leader in India. All I was asking Kalyan and his team of Flipkart, I know you're growing and I know that you will grow in days to come with technology becoming even more pervasive. You'll continue to grow. But just wanted to place 2-3 things on record and make a formal request to you as well. E-commerce is redefining businesses and how they are done. And now we hear new words. Media has latched onto a new word now, gig economy and gig jobs. People talk about how, there was work from home and now this gig economy, gig jobs, and how e-commerce is literally creating newer opportunities and newer jobs. What we have to remember though is, e-commerce is a fantastic thing for convenience, for the benefit of consumer, for price discovery, for seamless operations, for cutting down unnecessary middlemen, etc., etc. These are all good things. But what we also have to realize is, as we go on this journey, we also have to take care of our gig workers. We also have to ensure that their livelihoods are protected. I was very happy when you mentioned 40,000 jobs, livelihoods created by Flipkart in Telangana. I am extremely impressed with the number. But what we also need to understand is, how can we ensure that these 40,000 people feel secure, that their livelihood will not be affected drastically? They're not at the whims and fancies of market, or they're not at the whims and fancies of what happens which is extraneous to them, which is beyond their control. So my request to Flipkart, Kalyan and his team, let's create a model, let Telangana make a statement to the country that even these gig workers will be taken care of through a tripartite arrangement between the government, between companies like Flipkart, and with, of course, a lot of your marketing and vendors and partners. Because when you give them the confidence that this is a job that you can aim at and that is something that is going to give you livelihood, and in case something goes wrong, your family, you will be taken care of, etc., etc. That is something that we need to also start looking at. Yesterday was Labor Day, as you all know, International Workers' Day. Now, we have to give confidence as India grows, as Telangana grows, as e-commerce grows. We have to start giving more thought to the idea of gig economy, gig jobs, and how we can take care of our youngsters. Because we are a young country. I keep getting a lot of messages, in my social media handles, saying, for lack of better opportunities, I am temporarily working either for one e-commerce company or another. Now that needs to go away slowly, because we know we need to start building a credo, we need to start building an aspiration around working for e-commerce channels as well. Because if you are able to take care of their livelihood, if you're able to give them the confidence that this is actually a decent paying job, then I think you'll be creating far more loyalty. And as a market leader in India, I think Flipkart should lead this from the front. I request you to kindly consider this, and let's create a unique model, and let's ensure that the rest of India follows. There was a saying at one point of time, what Bengal does today, India does tomorrow. But it has changed a bit, Kalyan, now. You don't visit us very often, but it has changed now. What Telangana does today, India does tomorrow. That's for sure. So let's make a statement to the rest of India as well, because if we make a statement in India, then you're literally talking about 1/5 of humanity. So therefore, I think this will also become a shining example for the rest of developing world as well. This can also serve as a case study of sorts for the rest of the country as well. The second part, I would of course also ask you, we have tasked a very able agency, the Telangana Academy for Skills and Knowledge. I was just requesting Jayesh, Ranjan and Kalyan to work on a model where we actually create a workforce, because you're just talking about 400,000 square foot of warehouse space in Sangareddy, and I'm sure these numbers will keep growing, and you'll keep growing in sizes and stature as well. We need to create a workforce that is readily employable. So that is the primary objective of task. What I would propose is, not just for Flipkart, but the Retail Association of India and the e-commerce group that we have in Telangana that we have established, please take this as an agenda item, and let's start working together with the government to create a readily employable workforce with the necessary skill set. What is the sort of skill that you're looking at? Instead of taking them through your own Flipkart Academy, training them for 6 months or 3 months, I think it would be in the best interest of the industry, in the interest of the state, because geographically, we are bang in the middle of the country. This centricity of Telangana makes us a very interesting option as a logistics hub, as a hub for various activities to kind of disseminate your goods, your services to about 8 different states adjoining. And more importantly, it can also serve as a hub between the north of India and the south of India. So my humble request is to create a workforce which can possibly start looking at more refined opportunities, which can start harnessing their skill to become more readily employable, is something that we also need to look at. And the third thing and the last thing I'd say, in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, we have very strongly federated women self-help groups. We have, in fact, lakhs of women who are very strong part of our SERP. SERP is the Society for Elimination of Rural Poverty, and MEPMA. MEPMA is a similar arm in municipal administration. So both in towns and villages, we have very, very strongly entrenched women self-help groups. I was just inquiring with them on how we can get more women involved in operations, involved in these centers that we have set up. I'm glad that in Sangareddy you seem to have struck some kind of a balance. I see about 20-25% of women at least there. I think you should aim at creating a 100% women-run fulfillment center here, 100% at least in the day shift, and then maybe we can start looking at 24 hours and days to come. Please aim at 50% participation of women. I think this is what is going to create a lot of opportunities in the rural areas and livelihood for rural women. And what the government of Telangana can do is allow you to work with SERP and MEPMA, so that we can actually have a win-win situation created. The government with the private sector and also the women, all of us working together can create a very, very conducive atmosphere. The really last thing I'm going to say, I forgot this, so I'm going to say this. This is the really last thing. You mentioned something very interesting. You said as this industry grows, I was asking how we could continue to maintain the momentum, how we can continue to attract global leaders to Telangana, to India. You said 2 keywords are quality and compliance. I assure you that the government of Telangana, while we want industry to expand, while we want you to create newer livelihood opportunities, job opportunities, we will certainly not also compromise on workers' rights. We'll certainly not encourage any exploitation of any kind. So therefore, quality and compliance, when you said it, not just that, just doesn't apply to the goods and services and service levels, but it also will apply to ensuring that there are no sweatshops in Telangana or in India. So as we grow, I think it's important and it's imperative that we also create a two-way street where industry and private sector will create opportunities where equitable opportunities are given to workers, and also the government ensuring that quality and compliance standards in terms of infrastructure, in terms of work hours, in terms of their wages, in terms of also ensuring that their day-to-day needs are met with. Today in our offices, in our IT corporate offices, you'll have creche, you'll have a infirmary, you'll have so many other facilities. Something similar needs to happen as we grow as a country, as we continue to grow as a country, because each of your large 1 million SFT warehouses, each of your large 500,000 SFT warehouses, fulfillment centers, we need these facilities as well if you want women to be enrolled, if you want even men for that matter to be working there. So I look forward to a wonderful e-commerce journey, but with a socially responsible behavior from the private sector. And like I said, let Telangana be the leader in making a compelling statement on gig economy, gig jobs, e-commerce, and how it can actually flourish while being socially responsible at the same time. Thank you very much. Jai Telangana.
Thank you so much, sir. I'd like to request Mr. Kalyan Krishnamurthy to present a memento to our esteemed chief guest, Shri KTR Garu, as we extend our gratitude towards him. It's time for the memento presentation. Let's clap and extend our gratitude for his presence and his enlightening speech. Thank you so much, sir, once again. I would also like to invite Mr. Rajneesh Kumar to present a memento to Mr. Jayesh Ranjan as a token of gratitude. We thank you from the bottom of our heart, sir, for your presence. Thank you so much. I'd like to take a few moments with our chief guest on stage. I will also call upon Mr. Shalabh Srivastava, Ms. Sarah Gideon, Mr. Deepu Joy Thomas, and Mr. Neil Castellino to join everyone on stage for the photo opportunity.